back to my channel, and if you're new, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. And today I'm going to be filming a part 14 of giving you guys the K-pop Idol Wannabe series. If you guys want to check the rest of the series out, you can check out my playlist right there. As I've repeated in the past videos, this series is closed right now. I'm not taking any applicants. But if you do want evaluation on your singing, dancing, or rapping, you can join my Patreon. It's in the link down below, and you can choose your own tier depending on your needs. And without further ado, let's get on to the video. Okay, so this person is actually pretty good at dancing, but one very important thing, your moves are way too fluid. So say if you're just going like that, I think in the end of the video you went like that, it was just like kind of like that, like you didn't care almost. It was just way too fluid, way too weak, and lacks power. Of course it's okay to have these lighter moves once in a while, but if it's like consistently just light without any up and downs, it's going to look really boring and you're going to look like you don't have any power when you're dancing. So make sure to have more power. It's very simple. All you have to do is strengthen your core and then just put more power. Say it's this, it's like that, I don't know, I think this is Kill This Love. You gotta go like that, you know? It just puts more accent into your dance moves. And I'm not saying to do this for every single move. That would be so tiring and also boring to watch because you're over dancing, and over dancing never looks good. It just kind of looks like you're trying too much. But this person is like almost the opposite. It's like you're not trying too hard. So you want to just put more energy, put more power. Also, the next one also goes in hand with the energy part. But your facial expressions are really lacking. Of course, I'm trying to cover her face because that's what she asked for. But your facials are not expressive at all. You're not really feeling the song. Of course, this is a K-pop song, so it's really difficult to connect with the song, especially if it's not like a really sad one. So you just want to feel the song better, have a better vibe to it. You can either do this by just putting in more emotion or choosing another song that you can express better, that makes you want to jump up and down more or make you a bit more sad, depending on whatever it is. I feel like for dancing, neither happy nor sad is better. It's really just depending on what you suit. I just feel like sad songs are so much easier to express just because it's more relatable, and they tend to have a bit more vocal techniques in the song compared to more happy pop kind of songs. And let's move on to the next person.
Another day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone new.
Okay, I love how you implemented your own style into the song. This song is actually really overused, but you showed your own style, and as I've said in other videos, putting your own unique style into things is so important. But your style isn't necessarily developed. You're using a lot of your head voice. I think I mentioned 1 or 2 episodes ago that using your head voice can be really bad for you in the end, in the long run. Especially if you're using it consistently in a song. Throughout the entire video, you're just using your head voice instead of your chest voice. That is going to not sound very good. It's going to sound like you lack power. And basically what this means is that you're not like really confident enough to show yourself. You want to be not shy. Sorry, did not mean that. Anyways, it's like as if you're almost whispering in the singing. If you chose a style that suits you well, I'm not forcing you to put more power into it, but I'm saying use more of your chest voice. You can mix it in with your head voice. That's totally fine. As long as it's not consistently head voice all the time, that's totally fine. Also, in the last parts of the video, it almost sounded like you're struggling to get your notes right just because you want it to sound very soft. I feel like this is really bad for you. You're just kind of keeping yourself in, keeping your voice techniques in just because you want to fit into this soft, quiet voice kind of style. And don't force yourself to fit into a style. When I say put more power, I'm not forcing you to be a more powerful style. I'm not asking you to switch from contemporary to hip hop. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying to put more power into this soft style. Because when you're caught up in these styles, it's so easy to lose track of where you began from and just to fit into this limiting mindset that you have that, oh, it's just my style, so it'll be fine. No, even if it's your style, I'm going to be honest with you, it might sound bad. And learning to develop your voice, learning to know what your voice actually is super important. So I'm telling you right now to have more power and use less head voice because it doesn't sound very strong, it sounds very weak. Next person.
Almost, almost is never enough. So close to being loved. If I would have known that you wanted me the way I wanted you, then maybe we wouldn't be two worlds apart, but right there in each other's arms. And we almost knew what love was, but almost is never enough.
I feel like you perfectly controlled your vibratos, and when you went into the higher notes, you definitely used your head voice well. Good job. And when you were in the lower notes, I guess I would say, they're not really low notes, but the lower notes, you used your chest voice and handled it very, very perfectly. So this person really did an amazing job. So if you're watching this and you're having a hard time controlling your power, controlling how to use head voice and chest voice, when to use these, I would definitely check out this example because she almost perfectly nailed this. I feel like you have a bit of experience of singing, so definitely if you're feeling discouraged by watching these amazing people, don't be, because I feel like some of these people already have experience in singing, such as taking singing lessons and things like that. So do not be discouraged, guys. We all start from somewhere. Even this person who's amazing at singing, I'm sure she had a point in her life where she was like, oh, should I just give up in singing? I'm not even going to improve. With that kind of mindset, you're never going to improve. You're never going to pass your audition. If you keep thinking, oh, I'm not from Korea, I'm never going to pass my audition. I'm ugly, so I'm not going to pass my audition. I'm chubby, so I'm not going to pass my audition. All of these mindsets are so destructive. Say if your idols had these mindsets, I'm sure they did at one point, but they got rid of it, and that's how they overcame their fears of being themselves and improving on themselves. Not changing, but improving. That was a bit of like a pep talk thing. I feel like a lot of you guys need to hear this because I get so many questions or DMs asking me, I'm blah blah blah, I can dance, but I can't sing, blah blah blah, I'm not Korean, do you think I can pass my audition? Well, I can't tell you if you can pass your audition. Of course, if I see you singing or dancing or rapping, I can kind of tell if you have the talent or not, but I'm not going to tell you if you can pass or not. Every company is different. We aren't sure of what they exactly want because some companies just don't tell us and they just say anyone can audition, but that's definitely not the case. If you have that kind of terrible mindset, they're not looking for that because you're just going to easily quit. And the thing about being a trainee is if you quit, you have to pay them back for all of the lessons, all of the, food that they gave you with, you have to pay them all back. But if you stick to the end and become an idol, then you can obviously start to pay them back. You still have to pay them back, of course. Even if you're in the big three, you still have to pay them back. A lot of people are thinking, oh, they'll pay for everything, my flight ticket, all of that. But no, they won't. They won't pay for anything until you join the company. And that doesn't even mean that they're providing you with all of these things. You have to pay them back at the end of the day. So it's not like they're really giving you these things, all these free things. There's nothing such as free in the world. So yeah, clearing up some misunderstood things in this video, I guess. And finally, let's move on to the last person.
넌 떠오를 때마다 외워두고 싶어 그댈 기억할 수 있게 슬픈 밤이 오면 내가 그대를 지켜줄게 내 마음 두려움마요
was pretty good until the end of the song. I feel you try to implement your own style into the singing, and I don't recommend that if you honestly don't know what you're doing. Come on, we all have those kind of moments where we don't know what we're doing, but it sounds cool, so we keep doing it. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that, like holding that really long note. It doesn't make it sound better, I guess. Sure, you can hold those notes, but it's not good that the fact that you held it. It's more like if you did it with style and if you did it with technique, it sounds better. So just do it your own style. Don't force yourself to be unique, of course. Unique is not to force yourself to be different. I'm saying to be yourself and not to change yourself just so you can be different. If you think you have a not so very unique voice, don't worry about that. If you keep worrying about that, you're going to just harm your thinking about your voice and your mindset about your voice, and you're just going to think, oh, I have a terrible voice, this is over, I can't do this anymore. Things like that. It's not going to help you improve, okay? Also, back to the topic, her Korean pronunciation isn't perfect, but it isn't terrible. So I've explained a ton of times how to improve on your Korean, on your pronunciation in the series, so you can definitely go check them out. You can just go to my playlists and then go to Giving Advice to K-Pop Idol Wannabe series. Wow, that was a wrap. Yeah, so you can watch those on how to improve your Korean pronunciation, just because it's not perfect right now. I feel like your power was controlled, definitely. It wasn't weak at all, but it wasn't overly powerful. So good job in that. Just don't force yourself to have this kind of unique sound. You don't need to hold those notes. You don't need to change the song just so you can be more unique. That's all I have for you guys today. If you guys want to check out my K-pop audition tips, and if you want evaluation just like this, you can join my Patreon. I'll leave a link down below. So many people have joined. I'm so freaking happy, guys. I'm so close to getting that microphone. About more than halfway there, I would say. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye. Now time for the bloopers. Have more power into your voice and use more head voice. And next person. Oh, and use... Wonder what I should title this video. It's kind of all around the place and like giving you advice on how to make your dance and your singing stronger. I've been giving you guys a pep talk and clearing some things out. Yeah, it's all over the place, but it's definitely helpful, I would say, myself.